We are live, I believe. I hope. Hello, Antonio. We can... I hope we're live. We are live, I believe. It seems that it's working. Success. It must be true. Willy Wonka logic only. It's the only way. Yay! Wow, we did it. All right. Everything is still seemingly updating, but yes, we are here and we are live. And hello. I hope that you are having a good evening, everyone. Thank you for your patience. And we are here to play a really awesome game today. But before we get into that, who am I, you ask? Why, I'm the person whose channel this is. My name is Amanda. You can call me Vamp or Vampy. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch and on YouTube. And I also make YouTube videos where I mostly talk about nerd and pop culture things. A lot of gaming, a lot of comics, a lot of movies, sci-fi, fantasy. So if you like that stuff, you should check that out. And yeah, I also host for a little channel called Top 10 Nerd. So that's my life. And how about you, Kurt? What's your life like? Oh, sorry. You guys are muted. I'm sorry. That's me. I muted them. That was my bad.
That's you.
Did we hear Kurt?
We were doing so well. All right, Kurt, just repeat. Just repeat yourself. I'm sorry about that. You should not be muted now.
I pretty much say the same thing every time, so here we go again. Hi, folks. My name is Kurt. I am an RPG designer, an RPG lover, a player of RPGs, but not today. Well, okay, the semantics of whether a game master is a player or not is a whole separate discussion, but today I will be the master of this game. An unusual thing.
Next week for that discussion, we'll break it down, a debate.
Just chatting about it in baseball terms in RPGs, which no one really cares to make a distinction between. It's going to be hype.
I interrupted the middle of your introduction. Did you want to say other things about yourself?
Not at all. No. Who are you?
Hello, folks. My name is Anthony. I am a PhD student, first and foremost, but also a children's author, a writer. And I was reminded today that also about 6 years ago, I dug up these front yards of Toronto neighborhoods and planted cornfields. So that's also who I am. You know, chew on that today while I'm making up stupid stories.
I chew on it often. It's only 2 profile pictures ago.
Yeah, not too far back.
Also, Rapala, congrats on your 50 stream streak. Good lord, that's a long streak.
You've been streaking, boy.
You've been streaking forever. That's over a month of streaking.
That's Who are you, John Cena at the Oscars?
Wait, did John Cena wait, what happened at the Oscars?
It's fine. You don't need to know. You're not part of the movie industry or anything.
I did not watch the Oscars. I was saying last night how, as much as I love movies, I feel like the Oscars is really boring.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Fair. But I only watched the Meyer
John
Wieners.
Cena's stuff.
I could have, apparently. I missed out. Sounds exciting. Sounds
what did you say, Kurt? I was talking about John Cena's stuff.
I only watched the Meyer Wiener Awards.
Oh
okay. I'm so sorry we went back to that, guys. We should have known. We should have kept going.
Also, hello, Daniel. Hello, Rapala. Hello, Riddlelock. Kurt is also in chat. I see.
That's true. And I'm here.
And
so you're really getting me twice.
And hello, Antonio, over on YouTube. We are...
Oh, hey, Antonio on YouTube.
Hey, we are about to play this fabulous game that I actually know nothing about. Other than the description.
End of the intro.
That Kurt wrote, and I know that Kurt is very excited to play this game. So I'm going to pass it off to him to explain a little bit more about TROIKA. I played the board game TROIKA. Is it anything like that?
Not at all, but that's also a great game. Feel free to check out TROIKA, the board game, anybody who likes small box games with a big heart. I'm talking about Oink. But that's not what we're here to do today. Today, we're here to play a surreal science fantasy RPG called TROIKA, which will feature our two lovely players, Anthony, approaching a series of fantastical problems in a pre-written adventure that comes with the book, which is a delight, actually. The whole book is a delight. And if you want to play some TROIKA, the best way to do it is for us just to jump into character creation. And I'm going to start by making you folks roll dice.
Woo! We're back, baby. We're been on a long dice fast, but we're back. We're real RPG players now.
It's dice time. You thought...
Can you promise me that there will be an underground cavern and a very scaly, large guy in this adventure at some point?
No, I can't promise that at all.
Kurt!
I've
been
been
begging
like
Kurt for years to play Dungeons and Dragons, but he says, no, we've been bad children. No Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but we do get to have dice today, so that's pretty exciting. We don't usually roll dice.
A little treat for us.
Today we get to roll some dice.
As a treat. There will be magic. There will certainly be magic.
Well, that's good. Can I cast Magic Missile?
There's no missile, but there's much weirder things. So let's learn some things about your character. I would ask that each of you open up the player sheet, which has your name at the bottom. Okay. And in the middle, I gave you both your own sheets. And I will ask that each of you begin by rolling one of your D6s.
D6, here we go. I've rolled a 2.
Got a 1.
Okay. Well, you will both have 4 as your skill. So please put 4 in the skill slot.
Wait, what happened? We rolled a 2 and a 1, and you said you got a 4.
Oh, we get a 4?
The result of your roll is divided by 2, and then we add 3 to it.
Got it.
That is how it would go. All right.
So you've got 4. Please now roll 2d6.
Okay.
That's right. And so there is just a stat in this game called skill. It's not skills. There's no multiple skills. You just got 1 skill.
No, this is skill.
Oh, did the new season of The Boys come out, Daniel? Let me know. So you're
Are the boys back in town? Put another way.
Maybe.
I'm gonna like to interpret Daniel's message in chat where he said, "I'm gonna be here, but quiet. I'm watching The Boys," as a command to us. But quiet.
I'm watching you.
Please be quiet.
No, I think there's a new season, but I don't think it's not out yet. It's coming out in April, I think.
Should we call Amanda Vampy?
Not yet.
He told us to call her Vamp or Vampy.
Yeah, you can call me Amanda as well. That's fine. That's fine. You can call me just call me something that's one of the names that I chose that's preferred.
Don't call me late for dinner.
I always say that, but then people are like, "That's such an old joke," and I'm like, yeah. I know.
Like 50
it's vintage.
Years old.
Vintage.
70
it's got to be older than 50.
Yeah, it does.
While you roll 2d6 and add 12, I'm going to look up when that joke came from.
I got a 19 in total, and that's my luck, I think.
Sure is. Can you put that into your... No, it's your stamina. Haha, tricked you.
Oh, it was in order. I should have figured it out.
You fool.
You foolish fool. A pretty spreadsheet we got.
Wait, can I put these in any order?
No.
Oh.
This is stamina.
So I rolled a 4 and a 1.
4 and a 1, add 12, 17, put it in your stamina.
4 and a 1, add 12, 17. Okay.
Nice. You really walked us through it there, Schoolhouse Rock style, Anthony, and I appreciate that. Finally, if you could both roll 1d6 and add 6 to it, this will be your luck.
Oh, there's the luck, folks.
My luck.
I was close.
Luck.
That was good. Oh.
I got a 10.
I got a 1.
Seems
Why?
Good.
None of these dice are rolling good. What happened to me? 7. So that's...
What happened to me?
I used to be so good.
I used to be the top of my game.
I used to be lucky, but now I'm only 7. And I got no
7.
skills. My skill's only 4.
You got no skill. How's it
7
going?
wasn't a
17.
good year for me either. Yeah, that second grade was not a great time. Anyway, so you will each start with a series of, well, I used to be lucky and then I was 7. You know, I feel like that's how it went in my life as well.
Kurt, you're on fire, but like in like kind of a dark fire
Like,
sort of way.
yeah,
It's like
douse
an
me.
anti-fire.
Douse
yeah.
me. Ugh,
Anti-fire.
no one wants this. Yeah, I'm on a reverse streak. I'm on a strook. So everyone is going to start with a few common items. I'm not going to get you to roll to add them to your page yet because the order you list your items is important. You have a backpack full of stuff, and depending on what's on top, that will matter for the purposes of you like fighting people and things.
What's on top?
There's what's on top of your like pile of stuff. Yeah.
I love that. That's weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. So you might notice you've got a section called inventory with things
This
labeled
number.
1 through 12. 1 is you've got it on hand, and 12 is like, I'm going rummaging. If
It's
you
down
want to
there.
use your 12th item halfway through a battle, I will be making you roll.
Amazing. This is a good inventory system. I like just the stack inventory system. Everything's stacked.
It's just a fat stack of stuff. But before I make you record your possessions, let's find out who you are. Both of you will need the rule book at your disposal. So please roll a D66. Anybody know what that means? Can anyone tell me what a D66 is?
Me, teacher, me.
Yes, you're both right.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I was hoping you'd call on me, but this classroom has no order.
Amanda, can you tell the class what a D66 is?
A D66 is 2 D6s.
Anthony, can you elaborate on how
Teacher's
it's
pet.
interpreted?
I don't know. I think the first one's the first number, and the
Number.
second one's the second number.
There you go. We're a team
Alright.
here. So please roll a D66, and then I will ask you. So formally, the process is completely random. You will just get a class. However, I think that it might be a little bit more fun if you are allowed to veto. So please roll, see if it sparks anything in your imagination, and then roll again if you would like. As these two are doing that, working their way through the backgrounds, I'll tell you, dear listeners, there are some really special things in here.
Where are we putting these?
Where are you putting what's?
These D66.
It
Just-
determines which background you are in the rule book.
Oh.
So you will go to that number.
Oh, we
That's
don't get to
you if you
pick.
want.
Okay. Oh, it's me if I want. Okay.
Yeah, you may veto and roll again. And I'm happy for you to roll until you are pleased with your result. But yes, it is random.
Random.
So random.
Guys, I think the curve was in the middle of this. The backgrounds are incredible.
I'm just going to read everyone out as these two meander through Poorly Made Dwarf, which is a truly special one. Know, folks, that dwarf is a background. There is a dwarf, short, hairy, belligerent, alcohol-dependent creature. Dwarves are a sculpted people, ungendered, and thus there are no dwarf children or dwarf families to prevent you from fully committing to the important dwarfy endeavor of creating fine art in unusual places. You intend to find the most unusual places in all the million spheres. They do eat gemstones. But here's the thing. There is also Poorly Made Dwarf. Dwarfs are known for being the finest artisans of the million spheres. Give a dwarf a rock and they will make gold. Give a dwarf a boulder and they will make another dwarf. You were supposed to be the finest expression of dwarfy craftsmanship, a masterpiece, a brand new dwarf like those made by the old masters, but you were imperfect and abandoned. And it says that if another dwarf comes up to you, they either don't look at you at all, they completely ignore you like you're an abandoned hat on a train, or very rarely they might like use a grease pen and circle your flaws. So
That's so delightful.
almost every background in this game is stunningly imaginative. And I would ask, now that I have rambled,
Yes.
do either of you know who you will be today?
I do know.
Please tell me.
I have rolled a 65, nearly the highest
Whoa.
number you can possibly roll. And I am going to be a Yongardi lawyer. That's right. My class in this game is a lawyer. I can tell you a little bit about them. Down in Yongardi, they do things differently. They respect the law. Every day there is a queue outside the courts to get a seat to see the latest up-and-coming barrister defend a case by force. The people follow the careers of their favorite solicitors, watch all their cases, collect their portraits, and sneak into the courts after hours to dab patches of blood on white handkerchiefs. In Yongardi, people love the law. So I'm like a brawling lawyer that defends my cases by sheer skill and strength. And I love it. And I wear a barrister's wig apparently while I do it, which just sounds freaking sweet.
And Amanda, do you happen to know who you are today?
I am. I think I'm just gonna stick with. Oh, I don't know. This is hard. There's just a lot of weird things. I don't know. Do you guys want something really weird? How weird do we want to go?
Really
I
weird.
feel like
Really weird? Okay. Let's go really weird. All right, then I will be 51. I am a septical Lamassu. Lamassu?
Make a call.
Yep, that's what I am.
Lamassu, sure.
Lamassu.
You said
Lamassu.
Lamassu first,
Yeah.
so we can say Lamassu.
And with the body of a bull, the head of a man, the forelegs of a cat, and the wings of a swan, you are the sweetest of the children of the gods. You, however, were not content to rest on your cloud, and instead descended from the heavens or crawled up from the abyss and set about finding your own path among the stars.
Oh my god. This is amazing.
Or I could have been a dwarf. Those are the two things that I rolled.
The two most similar things.
So similar.
I'm so glad you're not a dwarf.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm pretty excited to play as... I don't know what this will be like, but I do love that I have claws and hooves that I can fight with, so that's nice.
And spells.
I got spells.
fly.
I can fly. I also have a pillbox hat.
What does that look like?
A
Do you
pillbox
actually-
hat? I think it looks
yeah,
like a
it's like a
pillbox,
little-
like a little round hat.
Imagine a flight attendant's hat, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Now, both of you have a couple of very important things in your little bios here. I'm putting your actual bio on your page, your flavor description, if you will.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a picture of the pillbox hat that I'm imagining I'm wearing
As your portrait on your
on my.
character sheet.
No, I'm gonna put it in the Discord in the in our channel.
Whoa, what a
Stream too.
moment to plug the Discord. If you're not in Amanda's Discord, you should be. Things happen there that I'm not privy to because I've never gone. I've gone once or twice.
You go whenever I
great.
say, if you want to see this pillbox hat, go to the Discord. Then you
Yeah.
have to go. You have no choice.
If you want to
Wow.
subscribe
It's
to
a trap.
Amanda's Pillbox Hat subscription service,
Yes.
that's where to do it.
Great. So
Right.
each of you has a set of possessions that you own, as well
Yes.
as a series of stats. The stats are easy. You will just why don't I put in your stats and rank in them, and if each of you now have an important decision to make. Your possessions are listed there, and up on page 3.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
says your other possessions. Everyone has, I will say these, but you can also view them, a knife, a rucksack, a lantern, a flask of oil, 6 provisions, and 2d6 silver pence.
Sweet. Let's
I
find out
would
how much
recommend
pence we
putting
got.
money on the bottom. Anything
This
else?
is not going to be a commerce
So should we just put this
game.
in our? We just put this in our inventory, like these items.
You
Yeah.
are making a choice because what is on top,
Why do I have to make a choice?
you get them all, but anything that's on top is easier to reach.
Oh.
which is why I'm getting you to list them off in an order of your choosing.
Okay, well, I want
Amanda,
my
you
pillbox
seem
hat
so unhappy.
to be really safe, so I'm gonna put that at number 12. I don't want anyone taking my hat. You gotta
You're
have
gonna wear it?
priorities. Well, I'm gonna wear. I mean, I guess I could wear it. Oh, this is where we put our portrait. I see.
Yeah, there's a space for a
Oh
portrait.
wow, it's really big. I gotta shrink it.
For those listening along at home, there is a space for a portrait on this Google Doc, which I did not design. This one was not me. It was
Whoa.
designed by
That's right.
Dismaster Frane.
Does Master Frane?
Seems so, yes. I know they are Italian, and I don't know if I'm doing them any services by saying their name in that fashion. But shout out
Well,
to...
I think you're making a good effort. Is everyone eating pizza in the chat? Oh my gosh.
I'm
Who's
eating
eating
pizza in the chat. Who, if you're not eating
Whoops.
pizza in the chat, don't at me. Actually, at me
You
anyway.
can still at me, but
You can still at me.
also you should eat pizza. Basically,
But-
we're saying if you're not eating pizza, what are you doing? I ate
Daniel, the
lasagna.
script-
It's pretty close.
That's true, actually. You almost ate pizza. The fact that it's the pillbox hat, the Jackie Kennedy hat, is actually Daniel exactly what I needed to hear. That was the thing that really made it click for me.
Oh, that it's the Jackie Kennedy hat. Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay, chat,
so
I need your help. I've got to decide on some
incidental
weapons.
sacred jewelry worth 10d6 pence if traded. Okay.
Incidental.
Incidental. Doesn't seem that valuable. I don't know how much money is worth in this game.
You will have you will probably have an opportunity to spend some, but it will never be like urgent to pull money out of your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can reach any of these items. Just if you happen to be, I don't
In a
know,
fight.
trying not to die, you will not be like
These are the
That's not
items
your
that
priority.
might be gone if I'm, if I'm about to die. I get it.
let's see.
No one's taken my pillbox hat. That's all I'm saying.
No, but also you can't get to your pillbox hat. Are you also aware of this? You
Yeah, that's
didn't
the
murder
real
us.
I can
concern.
get to.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm
Yeah.
wearing it. Maybe I
Okay,
can't
then it
take
should
it
go
off.
near the top because
What?
If you're-
Why?
because
you're
you're
wearing
wearing it. So thematically,
Yeah.
But
should be near the
maybe
top.
it's really secure. Like, what if I've really pinned it so I can't really get to it and no one can get to it? But it can't
What's
be
your head like again? Oh, it's a man's head.
Yes. I look
Okay.
like this woman on my sheet. Did you see the picture that I put?
yeah,
I
everyone in the
looked at it.
Discord, look at Amanda's sheet.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
very
in the
pretty.
Discord
Oh
you
my
can see my
goodness.
picture. I know. I'm a very pretty man.
What's your body like? I'm trying to now formulate this.
The body of a bull, the head of a man, the
Or a very
forelegs.
beautiful woman.
Yes, or a beautiful woman with a pillbox hat, the forelegs of a cat, and the wings of a swan.
Okay, man. Guys, think about the forelegs of a cat and the body of a bull for a second. I hope this is like to scale, because otherwise it's messy.
It sounds.
Got a little tiny leg.
Yeah, maybe it's a really big cat. I don't know.
What part of a swan do you got? Wings?
I got swan wings, which I think actually
Swan
goes
wings.
very well with my face and my hat. But the
That
bull
all
body,
matches.
the bull body is interesting. It
think
I
definitely.
you
love
got
the pillbox
big ol'-
hat combined with the fact that you have proficiency in both claw and hoof fighting. The
Yes.
idea that you're wearing this lovely little hat and
So
that you're also
incredible.
just ready to go.
And like,
Um,
that's not by chance. That's like baked into this background. Every skeptical Masu or whatever it is has that. It's great. What were you gonna say?
What
Something
are
important?
what are 6 provisions like?
Rapala tells us
Food?
we
Pizza?
entirely missed dialect practice.
Oh, we
and
did.
Rapala
Yes.
also said Irish.
Irish.
well-
This is true.
Sorry to everyone in Ireland because I don't think I know how to do that very well. But here
Well, my
anyway.
ancestors are Irish, but I don't know if I can pull it off. How is this? Does it seem Irish?
Does it seem Irish?
Does it seem Irish?
I feel
Or
like
does it just sort of seem Scottish?
part of the problem is that I'm not sure the subtle distinctions between the two.
We're
It's
gonna really offend a lot of people.
I think probably we are.
I
think
feel
the-
like-
this-
When it comes to your Irish, you sound more like You definitely sound more Scottish to me, Kurt, than Irish.
Kurt, you got a bad Irish accent. I think the trick about an Irish accent
No, but I
is you
feel
can only
like
be
doing a
asking
Scottish accent's
question.
really hard, actually, in my opinion. Don't you find? Or I guess you don't, because you're naturally doing it.
Kurt
Guess
was
you'd
born
say
with
that.
a Scottish accent.
That is true. I just grew out of it over the years. Oh, there it is, gone again.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoops.
Did you actually, were you actually born with a Scottish accent?
No, I was born with a Canadian accent. Well, actually, I was born sounding like a baby. Yeah. I was always saying that.
A
I had that
baby
accent too.
accent.
That's wild.
That's one that never gets redeemed for dialect practice. The baby dialect. No one ever wants to hear that one for some reason. They don't want us to just wail and scream for 2 minutes or however long I'm supposed to do this for. Let me check. What even is the dialect practice? I should know these things.
Well, it's
off
when
by
people
heart.
pay you a kind of imaginary currency to speak in a strange voice.
It is imaginary currency.
It's strange because we're doing it so badly, not because people from Ireland are strange.
People from Ireland, I'm sure, are very normal, and probably if they stumbled into this stream would be wondering why these people are talking with bad Irish accents.
I'm
Well,
enjoying
they're like,
yours.
It's me countrymen.
Mine?
What great news!
Well, yeah, yours. Okay.
I got distracted by dialect practice. What am I supposed to be doing? Playing a game?
Yeah, we're supposed to be playing this game. What? It says 5 minutes, so we started at 9:13, so
What?
we go till 9:18, and then we'll be...
This is how you set up your channel. We have to talk in this accent for 5
Gotta
minutes.
do it for 5 minutes, yes.
Why have you done this?
Because it's expensive. It's over 4,000 bat tokens for this. So it's got to be at least 5 minutes.
Well, surely a bat token isn't a real currency. I've never traded a bat token for anything else.
What's exactly the exchange rate on that?
And there's a consideration when you think about a bat token, because if a bat token is Batman's special little piece of money, who's he paying it to?
Himself?
So it's a sort of good job there that he gives to Robin, and then Robin can't do anything with it until he's Batman.
And then he
You have to
uses
redeem it in the bat
he
shop.
redeems it for the dialect practice. I'm imagining that Batman would give himself bat tokens as like, job well done.
What a sad, sad man.
Yeah, he is a sad man.
You beat up 12 criminals today, old Batty. Here's another bat token.
Here's another bat
Sad
token,
token.
for you. Sad token. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have a few more minutes of this, so we should probably keep... So
Sure,
what are 6 provisions? Because I need to know that so that I
If you
can put
eat
them in
it,
the right
you
order.
heal some stamina.
Oh, that sounds very important,
It's
actually.
like a potato.
It's
I can do that.
like
It's not
a
a hate crime. That's my
potato.
people.
That's why I can do it. I can do it. It's not a hate crime. That's my people. Famous last words of Anthony McKnight,
Oh, no.
everyone.
There'll be
Anthony,
leprechauns out my window.
are you
They're gonna beat me
Irish
up.
as well in terms of your heritage?
Yes, about half.
About half. Yeah, I'm also Irish. I think
Makes
also...
sense.
Well, I think my heritage might be more Scottish than Irish, but I'm not...
McKnight.
McKnight.
Sounds Irish.
Yeah, but I think my last name's actually might be Scottish. Is that weird?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if
It's
there
all
are
a very
McKnights.
small set of islands, to be honest. They make a lot of distinctions about a bunch of people who live within like 20 kilometers of each other.
People are always saying, well, if you're Mick, then you're Irish, and if you're Mac, then you're Scottish. But I'm like, that's not exactly how it works, actually, I don't think. Because
Whoa,
like there was a
Scottish
lot of...
truther.
There was a lot of this happening in Ireland and Scotland, although they... in secret, maybe?
In
Since I know they didn't
secret?
like each other.
A lot of secretness going on across.
I think it's against the terms of service at Twitch to be doing this on air.
Not anymore. They reversed that.
Can't stop us. Multi-streaming in this gesture.
YouTube, however.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're done the dialect practice. So I hope you enjoyed that, Rapala.
I don't know if I want to go back.
Rapala said, "This is fantastic," and I just ordered pizza. That sounds great.
We have an interesting logistical
Some
problem.
Harfoots on this channel, says Riddle. We do sound like the Harfoots. Because they sound Irish, I think.
What were you saying, Kurt?
We have an interesting logistical problem, and it's that Amanda has 3, quote, random spells, and I don't actually know how to assign a spell randomly, how to pick one out of the hat, so to speak.
Are they numbered?
Out of the pill hat?
Out of the pill hat. Yeah, out of the pillbox hat. They aren't numbered. It's cheeky because there is a number beside them, but that number is not related to a table or anything like that. It is their stamina cost. Their stamina cost. So I don't know. I guess, Amanda, if you... Hold on. I'm sure there's got to be some way to do it, because you're not the only class with a random spell, frankly. And just saying, oh, I found it.
You found it?
Okay. Yeah. Roll us a few D66s. We need 3 D66 rolls from you, Amanda.
3 D66?
Yeah.
26? 12? 23.
26, 12, and 23. All right, your spells today are Earthquake.
Oh.
Ooh.
Sounds
Animate.
Like...
And Cone of Air. So I will...
Air?
A Cone of Air, yes.
Oh.
Air, like, not like I've made an error.
Yeah, but I just feel like Cone of Air, how useful can that be? I'm an airbender, is that what we're saying?
I'll tell you what Cone of Air does. Creates a mysterious cone of air focused on a touched subject's head. Regardless of other local conditions, vacuum, poison gas, deep sea, and so on, the subject may breathe the freshest of air for 12 minutes.
I just help people breathe fresh air?
I suppose it's probably helpful if you're underwater.
Are you still doing this?
Oh no, I'm stuck!
Oh no! We permanently got Anthony stuck. Did they move the subscribe with Prime button, as what Just Rob is asking? I don't think so. I think if you click... Yeah. I think if you go to somebody's... Oh, I can't, everything is broken, but hold on.
Everything is broken.
Sometimes
everything is broken.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just if you click where the sub is, either like where it says gift to sub or sub, and then it should be an option when you scroll down. Like it should be like you can subscribe with Prime, or it'll tell you like when it's available if it's not available. This is it's a good question.
It's a good question.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Anthony, you don't have
I did all the
spells,
things I had to do.
Hey, nice work.
I just have etiquette.
Yeah, that's not a spell. That's just you're good at etiquette.
Well, to some, it is magical. What good etiquette can do to a situation.
Well, you well-mannered lawyer, I would ask that you decide on a name for your character because you are otherwise done. You did a good job.
Oh, thank you for saying so.
Oh no, etiquette's just a spell. I can tell you what the etiquette, not spell, a skill. When making a good impression is important, you're going to roll versus your host's etiquette, which represents a mechanical understanding of social conduct. People who are better at it are more discerning. So it's a challenged roll. There's 2 kinds of rolls you'll make in this game. Why don't we learn how to play? 2 kinds of rolls you'll make in this game. There are rolls under, which is kind of like a skill test. You're trying to get under whatever number is beside your...
Okay, like your skill, your advanced skill number. Like I have a 2 in etiquette. Maybe
which
I have a 6 in etiquette.
Yeah, you're right. Which, in case you're wondering, is your total is the value plus your skill. So that's how we get that. It could have been higher for both of you, but it's not.
Dang.
It's not. No. That's
that
right.
First roll that you do in the game means a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah, and you die a lot, I'm given to understand, so...
Great.
You know, I probably will... I'm not going to try to kill you, for the record.
That's nice. I appreciate that. I always
yeah.
appreciate when my GMs says, "I'm not gonna try to kill you." I'm always
I'm
like,
not.
"Thank goodness."
I like when anybody says that.
That's also true. In real life or fictional life, it's nice when
Yeah.
people say, I'm not gonna try to kill you."
I'm not gonna try. If it happens, it happens, but let's not be
Might
weird about it.
accidentally.
Guys, what kind of
Is a knife
kind of
considered a
tone?
weapon? You got a tome?
A knife can be considered a weapon, yes. A tome is a book.
No, I was asking, but thank you. I do appreciate that. I was wondering what kind of tone we're aiming for. You know, like what are we feeling about this game? If you need more context, I could tell you about the ideas I have for the name of my character, and you could tell me whether that's like the right tone or the wrong tone, you know?
Oh, you have a question about the tone of the game. Well, let
Yeah.
me tell you what I named my character, and then
Okay,
tell
all
me
right,
what
this is a
you
good
think of
place to
that.
start. Uh-huh.
And tell me if you think this fits the tone. I named my character Zoot.
Ooh, did you?
Off to a good start.
Hold on. Zooteria.
Zuteria. Okay, nice.
Or Zoot.
Is that so? Zoot, okay. So I was debating calling my character Ron Gildo the Blonde Himbo as sort of like a nice, like, sort of like rhyming thing, but I'm not sure if that's the tone of the game. Or maybe he's Ron Gildo the Dashing, or Ron Gildo Triangle of Man.
I don't think there's a wrong answer, really.
I like Blonde Himbo, and I also like Triangle of Man, if you're asking my opinion. But I think that both of these are perfectly adequate for this tone.
We'll go
Whatever it
for
is.
both then.
I mean,
You'll have a very
I'm
long-
just thinking about what my character is, and I'm like, I don't even know. I just think about what your character is. Our characters are weird. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I think weird is a good. If it feels weird, it's probably right.
That's probably right. Hey, that's how I live my life.
Same.
Feels
Feels
weird,
weird.
it's
It's
probably
probably
If
right.
it feels weird, do it. Cool.
Okay.
Great. So that is character generation. And also I had to look up a bunch of spells because Amanda is a weirdo who can cast spells. There's actually almost every class has some kind of weird spell. Not every class, but like more than you would guess. A lot of them do. So now might be a good time, as Annie, to tell you like a little bit about the world that we're dealing with.
Okay.
This is a kind of multiversal situation, science fantasy place where worlds hang in the sky as crystal spheres strung across the humpbacked sky. There's great golden barges that sail between them. What you encounter there is anybody's guess. And everything that we encounter in this book is just a sort of hint at the greater whole. I am in for a treat today because I have to use less imagination than usual doing a pre-made adventure, which is called The Blancmange and Thistle. The Blancmange and Thistle is an extravagant hotel cast in gold and chrome. Chandeliers, wrought ironwork, thick, colorful, mismatched carpets, paintings of every style, taste, and era, guests in nooks buried in deep chairs, seemingly built for them. The smell of brass polish and artificial cherry and mandrills everywhere. Before I continue to drop you into a scene, I would love to hear you two say who you are, who your character. Give us your little intro.
Yes. Also, yes, Evil Webline, these are foxes, and thank you for the hydrate and the stretch.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Really
fox
missing
is
a
on
lot.
dress. Cute dress.
Thank you. It has pockets.
That is the answer.
It's always the best.
Can a dress become better if it has pockets?
If it has
can.
pockets, it can be. Okay. Zooteria is a very quiet being who likes to communicate more with the movement of her its form.
All of those are valid pronouns, or
All of those
Are
are
you
valid pronouns.
Gotcha.
And she is typically big on reading books. He has glasses that are little, like, horn-rimmed, like, spectacles that sit, like, right on the bridge of their nose. And it loves laying in the sun and just, like, sleeping. So it's a big, sleepy, quiet, kind of majestic being.
Great.
That also, I'm imagining, is, like, always kind of glowing.
Great. I can
Ooh.
see. I can see Zoot in my mind's eye.
That's Zoot.
What do you got over there, Anthony?
Rongildo enters the lobby of the hotel, followed by two 3-foot-tall admirers who hold up the ends of his sort of gown that he wears, sort of trailing 7 feet behind him. He is naked from the waist up, rolling muscles, but from the waist he is sort of surrounded by flowing, soft, delicate cloth. Covered in spiraling octopi that are the patterns of spiraling octopi that are sort of all intertwined on each other. He has a shock of blonde hair that is shaped up into a cone at the top of his head, as is typical of young Guardian hairstyles. And he carries in one hand a well-weathered book, and in the other what's it called? A stambok, a short whip made out of hippopotamus skin, adult hippopotamus skin, according to Wikipedia. That he sort of like slaps on his leg for punctuation in quiet moments, and when he ends sentences. You can tell that he cares much about his health. He is often perfecting his push-ups. He'll do chin-ups on just about anything that can be chin-upped. He eats purely. He thinks carefully before he speaks, and he loves some good attention. Always interested in an eye or an ear sent his way.
Cool. The concierge sits behind a little desk, and the concierge is a huge, I want to say elephant. You can see the concierge sort of adjust in a comically small chair as they loom over the scene. Ears flop. The concierge leans way down, and it's one of those situations where you two have entered this hotel, the Blancmange and Thistle, both at the same time in a way that would make one mistake you to be there together. And the concierge leans down and says,
Welcome to the Blancmange and Thistle. It is so good to have you today. Would you
The honor's yours, I'm sure.
It is. What a marvelous specimen you are, and so sad you should be taken off the market. Is it the bridal suite today for the lovely couple?
I think.
I'll reach out my hand to you.
To me?
Yes, if you wish.
I think that Zoot is going to look at your hand and then look deep into your eyes, through your being to your soul. What do they see in your soul right now?
Ooh, a great question. There's a loss that weighs heavy. I have lost my most recent case, a thing that hasn't happened in about 7 months. And my pride is deeply wounded, and I am on a weekend of debauchery to forget about it all.
Okay. Then I think Zoot will take their hoof and put it in your hand and accept your offer.
Sorry, what exactly was that? Puff?
Hoof.
Hoof.
My
Okay.
hoof.
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 Would that be your back leg?
You know,
then?
a
Because you have
cat's,
the front
a
leg.
cat's
No.
hoofs.
my friend, because I
Your
got a
front
bull
cat
body.
hoof. Good.
Yeah. Are we back?
I don't know. Keeping an eye out.
Reloading. Oops. Nope, not on my screen.
It says we're back on mine. Let's give it a second. See if it recovers.
Sure. Oh, I think you're right.
I think it's back.
Yeah. Yeah, we back?
Rapal says, oh no, I killed stream.
Rapala, you can have
No.
pizza or stream, but not both.
Not both. I don't know
It's too
what's
much good
been
stuff.
up with my computer lately, but lately I feel like it's been really weirdly temperamental for this type of stuff. So, I don't know. My internet should be fine. What's happening to me?
Yeah, internet.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah.
Kurt, do you want
internet.
to repeat your line as the concierge before we got cut off there?
Of course, yeah. The concierge, a huge elephant, leans back, and to the inelegant trumpet playing of a nearby monkey porter, the elephant says,
You simply must join us on the roof for the annual feast of the Chili Arch. It's a positively wonderful experience and a delight.
Well, yes, we will join. And I look into your eyes, Amanda, trying to see whether you agree with me. Like an improv scene, sort of like.
Zoot blinks 3 times, and each time he blinks, it gets slower. And he smiles.
very good. Well, the groom's always right. So, and with delicate elephant feet, the concierge pinches a little room key, a small silver key on a chain too small for any neck and too large for any wrist. Passes it to Zoot. Please record it in your inventory. In this lobby, we can see a number of paintings in every style, chandeliers of wrought ironwork, deep chairs with some guests that are clearly also here for the Feast of the Chili Arch. And there's also an illuminated glass map standing prominently in the foyer with 2 legitimate choices. There's a lift nearby, an old school kind of like porter iron wrought gate lift, and there's also stairs. What are you gonna do?
I turn to Zoot. Your name, my groom. For the weekend, of course.
Zoot.
Zoot. I like it. I am Ron Gildo, the hammer of law, the adulterer's sword, the killer of crime. Triangle of man.
And Zoot bows very low to you with their hat almost touching the floor.
Ooh, careful of your hat. It's too fine for the dirt and must upon these floors. Do show me on the map where you're from, and I'll go to the map. I don't know. There's the map of the world. It might not be.
I was thinking it was a map of the hotel, which had like lift and stairs, but I think, yeah, you're right. It's actually a map of this sphere, this world. And yeah, you can see there's a barge port that leads off-world. There's the desert plains that surround this city. There's the beautiful shrubland in the other hemisphere, and a number of major cities, one of mushrooms, one of rooftops with no buildings inside, one of deep tunnels, vibrant world of many places.
I'm from here. Yongari, one of the most wonderful places you could ever visit. The breadfruit here tastes of childhood. But that might be because I grew up there, now that I think about it clearly.
And Zudaria takes her hoof. Also, yeah, it says that I have the 4 legs of a cat.
Which are the front ones.
Oh, takes her
Right?
paw. Yeah, I think you're correct. I wasn't sure. I thought 4
your
legs
body?
were the back, but what are the back legs called? Just the back
Hind
legs?
legs?
Hind
Hind.
legs, yes, thank you. She takes her paw and traces along the map and heads to the east. And then he heads back to the west. And then she taps just at the top outside of the map.
Ah. Beyond the sphere itself, perhaps. Ah. My, dear, for the weekend, you seem tired. Should we head to the room for some rest before the festival? Very good. Yes, a cat nap, as it were. Is that insensitive? Oh, good. The lift, then.
The ground shakes slightly as the concierge approaches you and says,
My apologies. I have forgotten to say your room is on our top floor, the 6th floor, just beneath the roof. How convenient for you today.
Incredibly so. To the 6th floor, then. And I will hand over 2 of my silver pence to the lift operator and request the 6th floor.
Okay, the lift operator, like all the porters in this hotel, is a mandrill, and his primate face twists into an ugly little grin, which really highlights that long red nose that they're known for. What happens here is that as you get into the lift, we can see... Give me a second. One moment, please.
Amusing streamer is asking, did Zoot light the Grail beacon again?
Did Zoot? Zoot's a big Beacon fan.
The Grail beacon. Mayhaps.
I see. So the porter is there, and the porter reaches up and pulls a little wire that prompts a sort of clattering like porcelain thrown in a sink. The lift doors are chromed, which allows you a good opportunity to look at yourselves before the lift arrives. And you see yourselves standing beside each other. What a handsome couple. It's no wonder that all the guests in this lounge have been casting you envious glances. Oh, to be either one of them. What a day that would be. As the doors open, 2 persons who are covered entirely in interlocking metal plates step out in unison and head towards the exit of the hotel.
Thank you for the hydrate, Rapala.
A little sip.
Are they carrying anything with them, these armored folks?
No, and off they go. Inside the lift, you can see an ironwork cage, a green carpet that you would, an ironwork cage, a green carpet, and a small chandelier with these phosphor bulbs. There is a different porter inside the elevator.
Ron Gildo will take out a jasmine cigarette and gesture at the mandrill. Can I smoke?
The mandrill nods enthusiastically. And how many jasmine cigarettes do you have?
I've got a box. I can share.
Yeah, gestures out a hand.
Of course, my good sir. And hands one to the mandrill, and I offer one over to Zoot. I'll light it for you.
Zoot
Ooh,
declines your offer.
have you quit? It's a terrible habit.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes the dreams unbearable.
The smell of jasmine immediately permeates the lift, and it's floral and lovely, but a little burning as well, because after all, it is a cigarette. Do you go in the lift? Are you in the lift?
Oh, so sorry. Yes, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's us stepping into lift. I think. Yeah.
Sure. There's that green carpet is thick enough that you sink a few centimeters into it when you stand on it. And given how tall Rungildo is, I'm going to say that your head brushes against that small chandelier a little bit.
That was supposed to be a fantasy game. That's my real life.
So it goes. This tiny mandrill porter has a tiny red suit and operates a tiny, unlabeled, and counterintuitive set of controls for the lift. So it turns to you expectantly.
Oh. Floor 6, I believe. Was that right, Zoot?
Yes.
The mandrill nods, and then the lift begins to move slowly. The doors close, and it begins to move slowly, generating a hum that you can sort of register in the teeth. The elevator slowly rises, and the colors of the walls change as you reach the new floor. A slow gradient from green on the base floor to now a soft pastel blue. And it dings for the first floor, that same clattering bell you heard before, and a sweet fat old lady in a blue shawl with that blue rinsed gray hair enters. She gives a red bonbon to the mandrill, who scarfs it down and hiccups happily. Then she turns to you both.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. Oh, a lovely young couple. It's so delightful to see you both. What are your names?
I look expectantly at Zoot.
I'm Zoot.
He's Zoot. And I'm Rungildo, the crusher of lies. And you, Beauty.
Oh, I'm known as Esmeralda. I'm simply Esmeralda, and I don't have a title. I've lived a good life. They say you only get the titles if you've gotten in trouble.
That, I can tell you, is true.
Now, where are you going today? What brings you to the lovely city of TROIKA?
Oh, I'm here for a pleasure trip. Celebrating one of my most recent successes at law. And my lover here. I look over at Zoot.
Zoot says, I've come to see what it's like outside of the clouds.
Oh, yes, of course. The clouds. They're marvelous this time of year. They reflect back the porcelain martyrium of St. Jude. Will you be visiting the porcelain martyrium of St. Jude?
Perhaps tomorrow, but today we're going to attend the Chili Art Festival.
Oh, the feast of the Chiliarch. Yes, that's such a special time, but you very much should go to the porcelain materium of St. Jude. It's a lovely place to be.
Yes.
I was really waiting for you, whatever you were going to say. Martyrium, well, why would we go? What would we be looking for there?
Well, it's part of the White Church. Are you, or have you ever been associated with the Red Church?
No.
No.
She gives you each a bonbon.
Oh.
Oh, good. I was going to ask.
Can you each roll a d6?
Oh boy.
I have rolled a 6. I think that is very bad in this game.
I
You
also
have-
rolled a 6.
You've both been given a green bonbon.
Oh. What's the flavor?
You can smell it.
I'd like to eat it.
Okay. Right now?
Now that you've asked me that, not so much, but I've already committed.
Sounds like you do. It tastes, it's a lovely taste of passion fruit. And can I get you to roll 2d6?
11.
You hover a few centimeters above the ground of the elevator. You're just like a little bit off the ground, and you will be that way for the next 11 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
This is a very good one.
The chandelier tinkles as she looks up at you.
Oh, well, it tends to do that, doesn't it? That's one of my favorites, I must say.
Esmeralda,
And
thank you very much.
the elevator sure feels slow right now. It's been slow the whole time. It took a while to get up to floor 1. It uses the British floor numbering system. So first you moved up to the first floor, and there she is, and it is continuing upwards. She turns to you both and says,
Where will you go when you die?
specifically, I think she asks Zoot. She's like,
I've always wondered for those from the clouds.
You will go to the cat shop.
are you telling the truth?
Yes.
She gives you another bonbon. Can you roll a d6?
I got another 6.
Great. It's another green bonbon. She passes it to you and says,
Yeah.
How lovely, yes. I've always wondered I have. Cat shops sound nice, though. I've always been more of a ferret woman.
Do
And-
I go to the cat shop too, or is that specific to Esmeralda?
Esmeralda waits patiently to hear the answer.
No, you will go to the dog shop.
I've always had a liking for dogs, so fair. Is there like a order of them? Is one better than the other? Is this a, paradise?
Yes.
Eternal tortures? Oh,
Yes.
She knows that's true, so she gives you another bonbon. Can you roll the die?
Uh-huh. I got another 6.
She gives you another green
Oh
bonbon.
my god. I'm gonna have so many green bonbons.
It's true.
I know
you've
things
got-
too.
Oh?
Many things.
Well, there's all sorts of things to know in the world. For example, I've always wondered, could St. Jude escape her bondage given suitable mass? It's a thinker.
It is a question. And I'm going to flip open the Youngardi Law Manual and sort of try to look for something that might help, because Ron is completely out of his depth. He has no idea on this one.
Sure. This sounds kind of like an etiquette roll, perhaps.
Okay.
So if you would like,
I like that
Let's-
amusing streamer is suggesting that we're being plumped up by these candies. Is she gonna eat us? I don't know. I think it'd be hard to eat.
I'm being
Zoot.
floated up.
We're gonna
you are
float
a
away.
little floated up. Okay, so Anthony, what I'm going to ask you to do is roll 2d6 and
2d6?
add your etiquette.
Add it? I don't have to roll under it. Okay.
No, you are adding your. Sorry, wait. Roll 2d6 and add your etiquette, because you're rolling against her right now. She also.
Okay.
is.
Okay. So what, that kind of roll. I've rolled a 9.
And is that with the etiquette added?
Yeah. It's not great.
Okay. She shakes her head and says,
Well,
wait, what do you tell her first? I need to know what you pull out.
I think I've flipped through and I haven't found much, and I go, well, to any limitation There is a force that can overcome it. Anything strong, like jealousy or hatred, can be overwhelmed by the right force, say money or allure. And so in this case, I believe, given the right mass, the bond should be broken.
She turns to face Zoot and says, "What do you think of that?"
Eh.
She gives you another bonbon. Can you roll, please?
For just a noise?
It was a
I
clear
got
noise.
another 6. Oh my god.
She passes you another green bonbon.
Yes.
And now
bonbons.
we
got
hear
3
the
of them.
elevator. The elevator slows and stops, and the gates open. The mandrill gives a single little hoot, and we've reached the second floor. Here, the walls have changed in color as well. Now it is a lovely sort of pastel yellow, which was a slow process up from the last floor. Outside the door is a cloud of green gas with little balloon gas bag bladders floating in it, supporting a decorative jewelry as much as your ear might. Little bracelets are hung from the gas bag bladders. Some are pierced and then sealed with something to keep anything from escaping, with lovely trailing jewels coming down. And the mandrill takes a little gas mask to fit their little mandrill face from a compartment by its panel, puts it on. The sweet old lady, Esmeralda, is going to put her bonbons away and exit the lift as the gas form enters. Yes.
Look out for us tonight.
I will.
I'd love to dance.
She giggles pleasantly, and the door closes. The gas form occupies the entire space, and you begin to drown. What would you like to do?
I'd like to make a cone of fresh air.
Oh, shoot, you do actually have us the perfect spell. Not you having the perfect spell.
What a tee up.
Okay. Well, sure. Yeah. Who are you going to cast it on, I guess?
The bags, I guess? I don't know.
Wait, why?
So
Not
it
on your
makes a
head?
cone of fresh air around someone's head.
Oh, around someone's head. Right. Well, I guess I will cast it on Run Gildo.
Well, that seems sweet of you.
It's very sweet of you.
Here is how that is going to work.
have to
Sorry,
roll
I'm
for
just
that?
pulling up. You will be rolling for that, but I'm just checking. Every spell's a little different. Okay. So first, if you could please take your total down by 2 stamina, because that is the cost of your cone of air. I think I wrote 1. It is actually 2. If you wouldn't mind, do you see where that is on your little player sheet? Amanda started the game with 17 stamina.
Yep.
And she is now going to have 15. If you reach 0 stamina, you do probably die.
Probably you die.
Yeah, but you can eat provision to restore, I think it's a d6 of stamina.
Okay.
So that's great. Cool.
But I can
so-
never go higher than 17, I'm assuming. That's like my
That's right. Yeah,
max.
that's
Okay.
like your max. That's like, I'm doing great.
So, and every
because
time I use a spell, it goes down more? Or
by the cost of the spell.
because Cone of
and-
Fresh Air was 1 before, and now it's 2 next time.
Yeah,
I guess.
well, I was just wrong. I thought it was 1, but it's in fact
oh,
2.
okay, it's 2. Got it.
Oopsie daisy.
No worries.
Your
Earthquakes
Amanda
are
also has a spell
expensive.
which can animate objects that costs 2, and an earthquake, which is literally an earthquake, costs 5.
Very expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. So I'm going to ask you to roll, you're just trying to roll under your I guess 7. Trying to roll under 7 with 2d6, under or equal.
And so I have to roll one before the other.
Nope, just add them together. And you're trying to roll under the number 7. Or
Two
equal
of them?
to. You roll 2 d6s.
I have to roll 2 and get under 7?
Or equal to 7. That's the average roll.
No, I got 9.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay. So this is a great idea, I think.
This is a great idea.
You reach up your hand to cast this spell, but unfortunately, the chandelier is tinkling and it's very distracting.
Me. Right.
And also, wow, with floating up there, that sure is far away for your little cat paws to reach, no matter how large and majestic a beast you are. So I think all you managed to do is sort of cast a cone against the wall. And I think, you know what, we'll say for our purposes, you could probably stick your face in there, but it means that our buddy over here is on his own.
Okay, sorry, I tried.
So I will shift my focus over to our friend. What do you do?
Have I got like one lungful of air still in the old pipes?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to use etiquette here. I think this might just be sort of a misunderstanding. And so with the last words I have left, I'm gonna turn charm up to maximum, full lawyer, and I'm gonna carefully request that this cloud sort of sticks to its side of the elevator. It sounds a bit like this. My good cloud, your form is beautiful and quite billowy, as I'm sure it always is. I could ask, though, that your billows are quite restrained, as my breathing is affected by the billows. And that's about all the words that I get out before I can't make any more noise.
Okay.
Does it work? How's that going?
You can tell that the gas form notices you. There's no question that its attention is on you at present. I am trying to decide exactly what I need from you in this case. And I think what we're going to do is... Yeah, so if you could roll 2d6, I'm going to have our gas bag roll 2d6 as well.
Add etiquette?
I'm trying to decide. If you're rolling against, hold on. Let me take a quick look at etiquette to see what it says, because there is a passage on etiquette in the book.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Games with rules. Roll versus your host's etiquette. Well, our gas bag doesn't have etiquette. Represents a mechanical understanding of social contact. Okay, so add your etiquette, not the total skill, but just what the rank is to your roll. And
okay.
We'll have the same thing happen with this guy. I know I'm doing it differently than I did it last time. It's fine. What'd you got?
I'm concerned about my breathing. I got a 6 in total.
That's with the modifier?
Yeah.
Okay. The gas bag thinks that you're playing a song with your weird solid mouth. And so you hear the pleasant jingling of the chimes of the jewelry, and you are going to roll for not drowning.
Okay.
So
is that luck or
there's a passage on drowning.
Ooh.
Yes. So one moment, please. You begin to drown. You're going to lose reach consecutive failed swimming test. Okay, yeah, you're gonna lose 1d6 of stamina.
Can we roll?
Please do.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, finally I start to learn how to roll high. That's a 6.
Cool, great. Well, you'll lose 6 stamina if you would.
Nice.
We'd love to see it. Okay. Things swing back around, and we'll move our attention. You're both still there. You both have a chance to do something before, this is over. If you want to try again, I think I'll let you do Cone of Air attempt one more time if you'd like, Amanda, if Zoot wants to try and aim that a little better. Otherwise, feel free to try something else.
Has Zoot put her head inside of the cone that you created, or no?
Mine's like pressed up against the wall and like a bit of a cone.
It's okay, so you can breathe.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'll try to cast, yeah, Cone of Fresh Air again. So I have to roll 2d6s? I'm trying to roll low.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, that's
Good
right.
luck.
Well, 7 is the average roll of 2d6s. This
Okay, I
isn't
got a
unfair.
5. I got a 5.
Great. So your cone of air, first of all, I guess, lop your stamina down 2 more points for having made that spell again. And yeah, why don't you tell me what it looks like when you zoop that cone up there?
So Zoot kind of takes, kind of like their tail is like spinning around like this. And then you just see their tail like points towards Rungildo, and also they go at the same time, and they just blow a cone of air right onto Rungildo's head.
Well, it's from the mouth. How intimate. I didn't need to say that. That was like an intrusive thought.
How intimate.
Okay, great.
You can say that.
Well,
Zoot is not offended. It is intimate.
So you can both breathe now. You've got your little cones, and here you are. Let me just double check to make sure that there's not like a limit on how long cone lasts. No, I'm sure it's long enough because I know how many rounds this lasts. So is there anything you want to do while you're in here now that you can both breathe, or are you just gonna like vibe it out until the next floor?
Rungildo is incensed at this poor lack of etiquette of air sharing. I'd like to march over to sort of where I think vaguely the face-like moment of the cloud might be, and get right up in it and say, "Excuse me. By the air-sharing protocol of the 13th elevator consensus, you've been using the elevator completely incorrectly, and I will tell you that I am a barrister, and I could bring this case to court quite quickly."
There's a familiar chime of a bell of an elevator as you reach the 3rd floor.
Doesn't want to deal with me.
Well, the gas bag doesn't say anything. It floats there, existing as gas. Its jewelry pleasantly jingling, but slightly muffled now through your cone of special just for you air. On the 3rd floor, there is an alcove set in the wall of the lift shaft. In it is a shop, a small shop with all manner of snacks and toiletries pinned to the wall, and behind its counter sits a shopkeeper who is shaped like an egg with tiny arms barely long enough to reach the top shelves. You can't see his legs, but you assume they're equally small. His mouth is alarmingly big, which makes his aggressive sales pitches all the more frightening. The wall merchant accosts you. "Hey, you want to buy something? You want to buy something? You want to buy something from my shop?" Huge mouth, just moving on this egg face. Egg
Zoot
body.
looks over at you, Rungildo.
Of course. What would you like, my dear?
A book.
Do you have any reading material?
No.
One second. And you can see the wall merchant just grabs the packet of crisps, somehow understanding that the gas bag wants it, and sets it on top. It's the last packet of salt and vinegar chips. Sets it on top of one of the bladders, and the gas bag floats up through the air shaft on its own, leaving you behind. All right, there it is. Just us now. You wanted a book. A book. 1 second. And the shopkeeper throws a small bag of rotten passion fruits to the mandrill porter, who shovels it in its mouth.
Charming.
Yeah. So you can actually see everything in this shop, and there is no book. In addition to general snacks and toiletries, there's a pair of ruby lorgnettes, a selection of stuffed owls, a tray of pocket gods, a single tin of jellied prunes, a pail of goose grease, and smelling salts.
Do the smelling salts have a label on them?
3 pence.
Is that what you're asking, Amanda?
I was asking if they had a label on them.
They do. It's just a little sticker that says 3 pence.
Oh, that's all it says.
Well, it's one of those like, you know how Arizona teas have like the price written on the can,
Yeah.
part of the design? It's like that. It says smelling salts in like a 1920s sort of style font, and then underneath it, it says 3 pence. It's in a vial.
I catch your eye. The salts.
What about the pocket gods? What do they look like?
Oh, pocket gods. Well, everybody knows about pocket gods. Pocket gods are just little cloth puppets made in the image of the numerous gods of TROIKA and surrounding spheres. Of course, everyone knows if you whisper a secret to a pocket god and throw it away, you get a little bit of luck.
Ooh, they have my favorite. Glibsdos. Me and my sister used to play with them all the time. I'll have the pocket gods, please.
This is a particularly nice Glibsdos
Okay.
pocket god. The merchant nods, throws another bag of rotten passion fruit at the mandrill, who is thrilled, and the merchant rubs his tiny little fingers and smiles right up his egg face and says, "It's gonna be is there anything written on? Is there anything written on it? Is there like a price in the same design as is the rest of the thing, or?"
It says 4 here, but it also sort of, I don't know, it doesn't have any sort of units on it. Just 4.
Oh, the 4's because there's 4 of them. They're actually 5 pence each.
I pat my pockets and then cast a shifty eyes over towards Zoot. I think I've forgotten my pocketbook. I only have these 4 pence in my pocket. Embarrassing.
I pull out 5 pence because I have a. Wait, can I get this? It's 3 deep.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's not
okay.
a problem.
All right. It's a 2d6 silver
You
pence.
also
I
have
rolled
time.
2d6,
This is not
I
an
have
urgent
5.
situation.
I have
Great.
5.
Great.
So, 5 silver pence. I pass over. I want the smelling salts though. So
Do you say that? What are you doing?
No, Zoot just looked at them.
Oh, I mean, of course, buy the salts. I'll come back for the pocket gods when I've found my wallet.
Zoot passes the money to you and indicates that you should get the pocket god.
The pocket gods and the smelling salts, then, please. And I put 8 on the counter.
Gotcha. The wall merchant leans forward, and you're having a bit of a Humpty Dumpty anxiety moment with how far this egg leans forward to accept the money with its little arms, but he does. And he says, "Thank you for your business. One of the gods, one of the salts. For the salts, by the way, you beautiful groom, I should say that we've got various varieties. There's Himalayan salt. We have potassium salts. We have road salt. We have garlic salt. It's for smelling."
Road salt.
And the
I
merchant,
love a good whiff of road salt.
the merchant nods, and so his whole body bobs a little. He's like, "It's a fine choice," and passes it to you.
Ooh, be careful there, sir.
Like, that's a little rude, actually. I know I'm an egg, but it doesn't matter because I sell goods and I sell them real well.
I wasn't questioning your ability to sell goods. Your chair is quite high and no back.
Was the song good?
Oh, I loved it.
I'm feeling a little nervous about the song. I only just started doing it.
Sorry, the song you've sung just now about being an egg, or?
Yeah, well, it's about being a merchant of sorts. And I sing a little song, but I don't usually do it. My mother says I don't have a good singing voice.
Zoot, what did you think? I was charmed.
Zoot blinks twice, slowly, And then she
I cast an excited look over at the egg.
rests her head down by the bottom of the chair where the egg is
I'm not sure about this one.
and falls asleep.
That is one of her best reviews.
Hey, if you two aren't gonna buy anything else, you should probably go.
I'm so sorry. Zoot, my dear. And I'll try to sort of lift Zoot as much as I can. The Zoot, I think, is much larger than me, so this might be a struggle.
Zoot sleep flies out of the store with you.
All right.
Okay,
And I move you back towards the elevator.
So, I love back towards the elevator. It's
We're in the
definitely just a
elevator.
recessed alcove in the wall,
Yeah.
but all good. I think great. The mandrill, a porter, has finished their second rotten bag of passion fruit and looks to the shopkeeper, who gives a kind of "I ain't got nothing for you" type gesture, and so undistracted anymore, our porter returns to elevator duties, and up the elevator goes again. This one feels a little faster. As you go up to the 4th floor, the walls slowly gradiate once again into, let's say, a lovely lavender color.
I stroke Zoot's hair as we ascend, and they sleep.
Zoot sleeps.
Great. As soon as the doors open on the 4th floor, a scrawny woman in a thick leather apron starts pushing tigers into the lift. There are more tigers in the hallway, but she's like, "Don't worry, I'll wait for the next one." And she pushes a 3rd tiger into the lift, awkwardly squeezing it in with you as the doors begin to close.
Are they friendly looking?
They look like tigers.
Are you just gonna leave them here? I'm not good with cats.
Oh, don't worry. I can get the next one. I know I can't fit all of them. It's fine. And they're like, tigers are crouching, standing against the walls, trying to fit in however they can.
Standing on their back legs?
Yeah. Yeah, in like a kind of way, you know?
Interesting.
Right. Yeah, well, I push aside to make more room. Maybe can I push Zoot up towards the ceiling so that you're not taking up any floor space?
This causes Zoot to wake up.
Oh,
And Zoot sees the tigers and reaches into their inventory. I mean, I didn't know if I could reorganize when I put the green bonbons in there. So they're
Noted.
9 deep. So I don't
You
know if
had
they're too
time.
deep.
You had time at the time.
I had time
And,
at the time.
You had time at the time. I don't think I'll make you do any rolling for it now either. I think you're okay on that front.
Okay.
Because you're not. Are you retrieving it in a hurry, would you say?
No.
Great. Cool. Then, yeah. The doors slowly close, and you are now in the lift with the tigers. What are you
posture
doing?
check.
Posture check?
Posture check. And another
Thank-
hydrate. Also, thank you for the hydrate earlier, Rapala. And a stretch.
Look at that prime product placement.
Not sponsored.
I'm drinking tea like a loser.
He is
You're
sponsored
making
by
me
tea.
Making me want tea. Right.
So
I have
are
the
you
smelling
floating,
salts.
Zoot?
Yeah.
At the top of the... Okay. And I'm just standing amongst the tigers.
Well,
Once again,
I'm
not
gonna
doing
take
nothing
the
great.
3 green bonbons out.
Sure. The elevator is slowly going up now.
And I'm gonna give.
I'm concerned about the mandrill. Does the mandrill seem safe?
The mandrill is operating the lift. You're probably about halfway to the next floor now. The mandrill starts yanking on a tail, annoying one of the tigers.
I'm gonna
Yankee
give
yank.
the tigers
Yankee yank
the
yank.
bonbons, 1 each.
I thought they were from... All right.
The tigers sniff at the bonbons. Maybe give it a little bat with a paw. Yank yank goes the mandrake.
I'd like to
Tiger
start
hasn't
a
done anything yet.
conversation with one of the tigers. I'll try. Are you headed to the feast? It sounds like it's
tiger-
going to be a good time.
The tiger looks over to you and doesn't say anything. It's a tiger.
Fair. Totally.
The lift opens on the 5th floor, and a new tiger trainer is outside the door, pushing other tigers around. When the lift opens, this trainer takes the 3 tigers off the lift and walks them over to a hotel room.
Those aren't your tigers, I don't think.
What? All
No.
tigers are part of the tiger. What do you mean? What do you know about tigers?
Sorry, in Yongardi, the tiger ships are owned by the state mostly, but sometimes by agents of the state. I'm sorry, I thought they belonged to the trainer, the floor below.
The tiger trainer walks right up to you and says, well, we're not in Yongardi, are we?
There is a treaty that does extend some of the laws of Yongardi to TROIKA, but you're probably right, not the tiger thing.
Tuppence, Longfellow, Green, snaps, and the 3 tigers walk into the hotel room with him.
I'm sorry for my bad etiquette.
The doors close again. Once the doors are closed, you notice there's an extra passenger on the lift now, a mysterious little guy, small, covered in brightly painted armor from head to toe, carries a brightly colored lance. He doesn't say anything, but he's motioning enthusiastically, kind of waves.
He waves. Well, greetings, sir. Your armor is beautiful. Are you on your way to the feast?
He claps his little hands together. Clink, clink, clink. The painted metal gloves
Me too.
chime pleasantly.
Well, we're both going. This is Zoot, by the way, and I'm Rondilgo, the creator of joy.
He claps again. Little guy claps again and raises both hands to like shake Zoot's foreleg. And then raises both hands to shake your hand as well. Grimaldo? Is that your name?
Rondilgo.
Yeah. Rungildo. You got it wrong too.
Zoot's gonna
What?
eat a provision.
I've forgotten my name.
Sure, eat that provision. What is the provision, can I ask? What are you eating? This is flavor only.
Ginger.
Yeah. Great. Is it a ginger candy or like a ginger root?
Straight up ginger.
Or powdered ginger from a bag?
No, but it's a ginger root.
Okay. Do you eat it like an apple? Like crunch?
Yes.
Great. Your mysterious new companion stares at you with kind of awe, fascination. Yeah.
I whip out my Scambok, which I'll remind you is my whip made of adult hippopotamus skin, and I'll do a trick with it.
Oh. Yeah.
Fighting maneuver. Then I sort of flip it in the air and I catch it behind my back, and then I go like whack against my arm several times, creating large, bright red welts that I don't care at all about.
Is that part of the trick? I think Zoot thinks it's part of the trick, and Zoot applauses.
It is.
The small
Thank you.
friend takes out their
Are we all gonna
brightly
do tricks
colored
now?
lance,
Okay.
brightly colored lance, and like does the tiniest little spin, just like whoop, and then jumps several times and claps his hands again.
Well done.
Clank, 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 clank. He's so small. He's so small.
Wait, how tall is he?
Oh, maybe a foot.
All right. He's very small.
He's just a wee little guy. Yeah. And then
I look at Zoot. So, a trick?
Zoot thinks for a second, and then floats down to the ground and then gets really low on the elevator floor so that everyone has to, like, back up. He spreads out. He looks up. And then he turns around in a circle. And does a little hop. And that's it.
Oh, mysterious friend claps enthusiastically. Just thrilled as anything. That clattering porcelain bell goes off, ding ding ding, ding, as you reach the 6th floor.
Ah, this is our floor. A pleasure to meet you, I say to the small friend, and I give the mandrill another cigarette. Thank you. A safe passage.
The mandrill hoots, and as the doors close behind you, as you go into the hallway, you can see the mandrill imagining doing a trick, like making the gestures without having anything, just kind of like air practicing.
Can I give our little friend a business card?
Oh yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I give them.
What does it say?
It says Zuteria, officially of the clouds. To reach, please look up.
The little friend holds it in both hands as he waddles after you both, just following you down the hall.
Sweet.
I didn't know.
Here, probably not unusual for you. On the 6th floor, you can hear a rhythmic thumping coming down from the roof, from the feast above. And there's a bunch of partygoers in the hallway, chatting, drinking, playing little dice games, sitting on the floor. The parties room is down the hallway. You can see, you can see all sorts of folks just sort of chatting it out and playing games.
And seems like it's part of the feast, not a completely separate party?
Yeah, it's just spilled over from the rooftop above.
From the roof.
Amusing Streamer says longest elevator ride ever over on YouTube, and I'm like, yep, we had
Sure
like a
is.
whole journey on that elevator. Good lord.
Honestly, Amusing Streamer, I'm surprised we got out of it. I thought
thought
we
we'd
would
die.
just be there the whole night.
I thought we'd die on the elevator. I didn't think we were gonna make it when the tigers came in. Oh boy. All right.
I look at Zoot to sort of get a sense. Are you interested in a party, or still have your eyes on a nap? It was a long ride. A nap.
No, it's a party.
Party. Excellent. And I plump up my train so that it's particularly flowing. And I waltz down the hallway. I give one arm to Zoot, if they would like to take it.
Takes your arm and glides alongside you.
Excellent.
I see 2 paths ahead of you. Either we can say, hey, that was fun, good job. Or we can see the party provides at its most useful thing, hooks.
Hooks.
That could lead you to more adventures. However, if you're interested, even though this is a one-shot, you could see what doors would proverbially open just for shoots and giggles.
So this is like, we go to the party, and then this is where, like, quests would be offered to us. And then we would decide, like, next time we play, what we would maybe want to do.
Yeah, because you survived your grand elevator ride.
We did, and it was quite an elevator ride. So I feel like we should reward ourselves by going to the party for a bit.
Is there any sort of quick hook or one thing that could happen at the party that we might just have a grand finale and then be done?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So everyone seems to be having a good time at this party, except for one guest who's huddled sort of in a corner, and you can see that they're afraid of the fireworks. This guest wears elaborate witch's robes and has a beautiful, almost porcelain doll-like face, which makes a slightly sort of friction sound as they move. Do you want me to give you a second option?
This is good. No, I like this.
Cool.
I think that both Zoot and I catch eye of this person both at the same time. And I look back to you, Zoot. We've spent an age together, but I feel I hardly know you. Zoot, what are you afraid of?
Pepper.
The food?
The spice.
Ah. Bad experience.
I had a really bad sneezing fit once.
Ugh. Are sneezes fatal to your kind?
No.
Oh. But still.
It's just really annoying. And if you were sneezing your whole life, I wouldn't want to sneeze my life away. What about you? What are you afraid of? You seemed pretty afraid of the gas.
I am worried about dying, I'll admit. I quite like being alive.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked it since the beginning. There's not a part of it I don't like.
Mm.
Maybe not true. I'm afraid of dying and losing.
Losing what?
Anything, really. But not people or things. Games. I'm afraid of losing games. The only thing you can have, right, is your prowess, your story. And to lose means you're no longer the main character. Don't you think?
No. What do you think she's afraid of?
Let's ask her.
Hmm.
And, put my arm out again.
Mm-hmm.
Head over there.
Mm-hmm.
Cut through the party.
I think as you approach, she inclines towards you, and you hear her say, "I read your lips. I too fear death."
Is that why you look afraid right now? Are you worried about the end of things?
In a sense. But it is not I who should be worried, because... And she raises a hand that seems... It's strange to describe it. It's a little thinner than you might imagine, and its ornamentation feels very deliberate. But she raises her hand and points and says, "There is a pair of eaters here from Miss Kinsey's dining club. Watch. Their eyes are on the mandrill attendants." And you can see, well, of course, you know Miss Kinsey's dining club.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Kinsey's dining club is that enigmatic group of eaters who would eat anything. They have implants on their teeth so they can chew through solid rock. They would eat anything in the world, and they would hate to create a faux pas. But those mandrill porters are quite unusual, and they might have an interesting flavor. All of this is obviously apparent to you through the subtext of your fearful companion.
Oh, this is terrible. I found the mandrills quite polite, pleasant, good-hearted.
They're full of dung, but I would not like to see them killed.
Oh, I mean, I'm also full of dung.
I'm not.
You don't poop.
No.
Never.
No.
But you keep putting things in your mouth. Pepper and sweets.
Not pepper. Never. No.
Well, one time you said, I don't know.
I would invite one of you to make a luck roll if you wish, which is
How many dice?
1?
I forget, so let's say 1.
I've got to assume 1 first. Well,
Go for
but
it.
I don't know. Should I roll?
Yeah, go Zoot, go.
It's
Is it
2
one?
actually.
2?
It's
Okay.
2.
All right.
Yeah.
really low.
Is that good?
A 3.
Great. You have rolled under your current luck score. We are going to bump your luck down by 1. It recovers
Okay.
when you sleep, I think. With your disinterested eyes casting a far gaze into the peppers of your mind's distant eye, you do see something subtle happen. There is a passing of payment between one of the members of the Eaters Club, who's in their full Eaters Club regalia, and the concierge, who presumably has beat you up here through taking the stairs. The elephant concierge accepts the bribe and tucks it into their back pocket.
Oh, well, that's concerning. Dastardly. Skullduggery.
Please, you're near St. Jude's.
So one must act ethically? Is that correct?
No, but St. Jude will come down and smite us all if we speak too crassly, so one tries not to.
Are they not bound?
The elaborately ornamented and frail figure shrugs. Some say they are. I find many strange things can happen in this world.
I grab up my Scambo and I whack it against my hand, and then sort of like look at the surrounding crowd, and then over at Zoot. Do you have any more air cone-like maneuvers? Will the world bend to your whim?
Yes.
I'm willing to get bloodied, dirty. It's been a while since I have. I'm in for a win, but I might not be able to do it myself.
I'm going to make a huge earthquake.
Okay.
We asked for a finale.
I mean, I have the spell. I got a 7.
That's your roll?
I got a 6 and a 1.
Okay. Well, that means you can do it. So subtract 5 from your stamina total.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Wow. I really wasn't expecting that.
We got a new hydrate.
I mean,
Okay.
Take your primes if you got it.
I feel like the fact that Anthony, like you said, as Gildo, like, do you have anything else up your sleeve? That's just where Zoot's mind went, was like, oh, I got something.
It
All
sounds
right.
like totally like what an ethereal being who's not quite comfortable in the world that they're in would do. Like, oh yeah, I've got something. What about an earthquake? Sure.
Yeah, what about that?
So lethargically, you begin to stomp your feet, and an
Zoot?
area 30 meters around you suffers a massive earthquake.
Zoot! What are you doing?
I'm going to say this is an especially sturdy building, so I don't think it gets wrecked. But I will ask for Anthony, I need you to make a test of luck, which is rolling equal to or under your luck score.
With 2 dice, right?
With 2 dice, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I've succeeded. I got a 7 over under 10.
Ooh, okay, lower the number by 1 and tell me how you avoid falling into a crack in the earth.
As the crack starts to widen, I am going to whip the barrister's wig out from the top of my rucksack. It is on the top of my rucksack. Well, is that allowed, Troika Master?
Yeah.
Troika Master.
And in a maneuver that I have perfected from many years of fighting in the courtroom, I'm going to whip it out and try to wrap it around. A nearby pole, structural support beam, to wrap it around, tangle it up, and hold on for dear life, so that I don't fall into this pit. Do I succeed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do.
Great.
What does it look like?
For a second, I'm like dangling, like full on. Like this is like just instinct. I'm just like, and I'm dangling, and then just like rippling back muscles, like grab both hands, grab the wig, and I just like fully pull myself up. Sorry, excuse me. I fully pull myself up, like way too high, so that like I just sort of like showing off, full like chin up on the wig, and then I drop myself in a like cool stance on the floor, and then the giant tower of champagne glasses that is built up beside us for the party just cascades down on me, and I'm covered in broken glass and
Oh no.
cold champagne.
Sounds kind
Way
of
less
cool
cool
though.
than I was aiming for.
Well, it still sounds pretty cool to me.
I'm rolling dice
He's rolling
Okay.
dice.
to see if your little friend lives.
Uh-oh.
The damage to the building could be worse, but a crack does open up, a fissure near the edge of the wall, and your little brightly colored friend begins to fall backwards.
No! Wait.
I dive after him.
Oh no. Does he have the business card?
Yeah,
Is he holding it?
yeah, it's all he's holding with both little hands as he falls back over the edge.
Can I cast Object Does Your Wishes and make the card fly upwards out of the hole? Is that possible?
Yes. Let me
Towards Ron Gildo so that like Ron Gildo can ideally intercept
I can
sure.
hold
a
on.
buddy.
So I'll let's resolve
Oh no.
let's resolve yours first, I think. Because someone had to save their own butt first. So
It's true, I'm busy.
yeah, if you could try to roll equal to or under 7 with 2 dice, please, for
Oh no.
Object as your wishes. I'm starting to think Amanda doesn't like dice, folks.
Oh, that's why we never play dice games.
I got an 8.
So
Doesn't
the
work.
spell, the thing about the spell is that you've really got to believe in that object for it to come to life, for it to spring to your designs.
Mhm.
You have to shake it from its identity as something inanimate and turn it into something real, but it's labeled. It knows it's just a little business card because it says so on its body, and you can't rouse it from its inanimate slumber of sorts, which means that our eyes turn to Rongildo. What do you do?
This is what Ron Gildo would just do. There is a moment for heroism, and playing one's archetype is important. And so, with little thought, Ron Gildo has dove forward to try to catch our little friend. But I think the issue is that if he's fallen too far, Ron Gildo will just go after him. So the whole question is whether Ron Gildo's weight is still over the edge by the time he catches this friend.
Right.
Should I roll something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can roll skill.
Just skill?
Yeah, you
Just
can.
under skill?
Or equal.
With 2 dice.
Mhm.
Okay, well, for folks at home, my skill is 4, so you do the math.
They did not roll well during character creation.
Yeah,
folks.
we did not roll well.
At the
For
beginning of this
skill?
game, I told them that I only had 1 6-sided dice in my set here, and Kurt was like, "You get another one," and I was like, "Nah, I don't want to." Which means that I can only roll 1 dice at a time, and I have rolled it once, and I have rolled a 6, so it doesn't matter what I roll next.
Understood. You leap into the air to grab your little friend, and you do, and you hold him in front of you, and his innocent little face behind the visor, looks at you with awe, but you fly off the edge towards St. Jude's. I'm going to check one more thing, because you did make one more friend here. So let's see what happens. Oh, 1 second.
Oh.
Ah, okay. I've just checked the mood of your parchment witch. Oh, is that an identity to your ornamented companion, so frail?
A parchment witch.
A parchment witch. And the parchment witch is feeling admiring. There is a table that tells me this. So I think it's enough. It's inspiring enough. You've really set a certain confidence that Parchment Witch is going to try to save your ass.
Oh,
and we're going to see.
Oh, nice.
She's got to roll 8 or under. And she does. Leaping into the sky with a newfound confidence and hope, the Parchment Witch soars downwards, grabs your hand, and you're still holding beneath you the little friend. And the Parchment Witch gently, their outfit billows out a huge ream of paper like a parachute fanned out. And you gently drift down onto the domed roof of St. Jude's. There's a little door. You walk down through it onto the street. Every building here is still standing in spite of the earthquake. Some rubble here and there. Certainly the party is over upstairs, but we will set our sun on this adventure, and I will ask you tomorrow what happens for your character. I'll ask each of you in turn.
Ron Gildo goes to the home of the Parchment Witch, which he has pulled a couple strings in order to do. When they answer the door, he says, "You and I both faced our greatest fear yesterday. Death came knocking. And here we both are. And there's only one thing to do. When you've been given a brand new life, a picnic. Would you come with me? I've got bonbons and some of the finest passion fruit wine. And me! And I bring out one of the pocket puppets, pocket gods, my favorite from childhood. I will tell you a fortune!
The Parchment Witch, in spite of herself, perhaps, smiles slightly and says, "No wine for me, but I'll join you."
Of course. And I smash the wine on the ground and grab their weird thin hand and
she winces away from the wine bottle, but not so much as to wince away from your touch. You are in fact on the other side of her, and there's that. So that's you. What about Zoot, our troublemaking earthquake causer? What's Zoot's tomorrow like?
I think Zoot gets up early to go to the St. Jude's, the church.
Yeah.
And when they're there, they get a sense that the beings here don't really understand what it's like to be in the clouds. So they don't spend too long there. They kind of take a little look. And then Zoot, he heads back to the hotel and spends the rest of the day sleeping. Having a nap.
Great. We'll call it there. So that's Troika, more or less. This is more rules on average than most games we play, and more to the point, it's a more conventional structure. So there's little twists and turns we could have taken and little rules that could have been in play, but there we are anyway. So thank you, both of you.
Wow.
This was really
Thank
fun.
you, Kurt.
Thank you. This was
Great,
really good.
great game mastering.
What a weird game.
I really
it's
like
definitely
it.
weird.
Me too.
Now, spoiler alert for anyone who is interested in this adventure on their own terms, there is an entire half the adventure which we did not see. Why is that? Because they could have taken the stairs. And at any point on the elevator, you could have left and switched to the stairs. Would you like to know
where it would have been a good idea to leave the elevator?
You did the right thing pretty much at every turn. The tigers were not to be trifled with, just you aren't supposed to do anything to them. The little old lady is benign as well. Although someone made a joke about the little old lady trying to fatten you up, there is exactly one candy which does cause weight gain. There's others
Could
which
have happened to us.
There's all kinds of other ones, but you only wanted passion fruit, which makes sense. It's your honeymoon. You should have passion fruit.
Yeah. This was bizarre. Yeah.
Do you want to know what's on the stairs?
Yeah.
Maybe just a little taste.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's give us an example of something we could have.
Well, the first floor is much more simple and combat-based than anything you did. There's owls in the stairwell. And owls in this game are bastards. They attack you.
Oh.
Yeah. They're like evil pigeons in this game. Damage a small beast. Them. Yes, and that would have meant that we had to use the initiative of this game, which involves drawing tokens from a bag based on how many of you there are and a certain number that the enemies have, or cards from a deck or anything. It's a funky, weird system.
Gotcha.
And if the end of round token gets drawn, or card gets drawn before you have your turn, well, it's the end of the round. We start another combat round. What?
Wow.
That said, on any given attack, it's just as likely that you damage them as they damage you, because it's a versus roll. So anyway, second floor has a demon seawater leak. So
oh my.
Probably better not to go through it because you could be miserable or terrified or hopeless or other things like that. There's a slug monarch blocking the way on the third floor.
Oh, I wish we had talked to the slug monarch.
I'd love to talk to a slug monarch.
That would have been a fun one.
Who wouldn't?
Right.
Fourth floor is basically nothing. There's just mysterious strangers who pass each other, drop some papers, which include a spell. Fifth floor is the most interesting, in my opinion, maybe in the whole adventure, because it's a sleeping wizard has caused the entire stairwell to be weird and dreamlike, and if you wake them, that's the end of that. But if you don't and you walk into the sixth floor, which doesn't look like a sixth floor of a hotel, it looks like a dream landscape, you forget the hotel, you'll never see it again, and you enter the dream world of Madame Belloza.
Whoa.
Is that connected to the wizard, or is that completely separate?
It is the wizard's dream, yes.
Yeah,
you just went into
his dream as opposed to going to the real sixth floor.
Yeah, and you wouldn't come back. You would
just live
now
in the dream
that's
world.
where you
in
are.
The dream world. All right.
That's so cool.
That's wild. That's crazy, man.
Anyway, the whole thing is just bonkers. Again, this for anybody interested in this game, it is called TROIKA! ! And it is deeply evocative and extremely strange. This adventure we ran today, if you want to run it for some friends, is called, I think I might speak too much French for this name, but it's called the Blancmange and Thistle.
Blancmange and Thistle.
It is in the core book, so you don't have to go far to find it. But
from what you've seen, Kurt, if we weren't playing this canned adventure, it seems like a lot of what this game offers is a world and a tone that is really neat and weird and feels like Alice in Wonderland, sort of something in that vibe.
Yeah.
How easy do you think it would be to create your own stories that have that same charm.
A
given the
question
tools
I've
they give you.
wondered myself. It does definitely expect you to do things by your own moxie. It even gives you guidance on how to create new character classes, which is fun. But yeah, I feel like I would want to do something I never do, which is prep at least a little bit. But I also, then it would be a very different experience. This was a written adventure, which is something I literally don't think we've ever done on stream.
I was gonna say,
No.
I don't think we've ever done like a module of any kind or a story that's
I
pre-written.
do first time, I think.
First time.
But
Yeah,
this
who
was
knows?
really
Really fun.
really fun. Yeah,
Yeah, I had a lot of fun too.
I think you could maintain the whimsy, weird, surrealness of it for sure. I think.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it'd be
there was plenty-
interesting as we get to know characters, and I guess though characters probably die a lot in this, so you probably have to like make new
They
characters.
can. You can make it less lethal than it is. It is more lethal than Dungeons and Dragons, for example. Certainly.
But I think you want that because I think you always kind of want like the carry on of the story isn't necessarily the characters, but more the themes that we're maybe exploring. Like I always think like Alice in Wonderland isn't really about as much the characters as like what the characters represent, I guess.
Yeah, no, that
makes
makes sense. Archetypes and intrigues and all that fun jazz.
And just surreal weirdness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So
That was great.
thank you to both of you for playing with me, and thank you to everybody
you.
who tuned in tonight. Always good to have your company.
Thank you, Kurt, for running our game. Beautiful. Thanks for preparing it and for teaching us all. It was
Appreciate it.
really fun.
It was really fun.
Amanda, wait, Kurt, do you have things to plug?
I guess, yeah. So next weekend, I'm going to be running a couple games in Breakout Con in Toronto. And if anybody is in the area and you see me, please feel free to say hi. I don't bite. I bite even less because I'll be wearing a mask at the convention. I couldn't bite you if I wanted to.
What games are you running?
I am running, so this is an odd choice, but I always run things that I haven't published yet. There's one game that I have and two games that I have not. I'm running Here We Used to Fly's unpublished expansion. It is a horror expansion.
Ghosts.
Very cool.
Every time I tell
The
people about my
ghosts.
game about an abandoned theme park, they say, but is it scary? And in fact, you two both said I should make a ghost module. Well, I
And now
have.
it is
And this
here.
is its first test run ever.
Very exciting.
Yeah, have you ever playtested it?
Nope. This is the
Wow.
playtest.
Wow.
Very
I'm
good.
excited. Can't wait to hear how that goes.
Don't call me that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it should be exciting. I'm also running a little wee game of Big Dog, Big Volcano,
Nice.
which is a
Sick.
little three-player cutie patootie. You two have played it with me. And I named my baby Goku, my heretofore unpublished make a 2000s era forum fan community game. It's a little bit like, I'm sorry, did you say Street Magic? A little bit like Hypnospace Outlaw, which is a video game some of you might know in the audience, some of you might not. Yeah, it's just weird and fun, and it's going really well. So I'm really excited for that one.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. But we'll also be streaming in real life.
That's right.
Yes, we will probably be streaming in real life on Friday night.
Yeah.
And I probably will still be streaming for Fatal Friday, but we'll see. So keep an eye on my schedule. Some of that might be moving around. But yeah, hopefully Friday night we'll be in person streaming together. Bonus
It'll be fun.
episode of the Indie RPG. And it will be night. So night.
Night.
Right.
Fine.
Anthony, do you have anything to plug?
Not a thing.
Not
but
a thing.
Looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday.
Awesome.
Me
well,
too, Anthony.
I'm
Kisses.
looking forward to seeing you all in person
Yeah.
in the real world. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. I'm going to be playing Bandle Tale, a League of Legends story. It is so cute. It's a little crafting RPG, and I can't wait to do some more crafting. I was like just like really getting in when I finished last time I played. So I can't wait to play more of that. And then on Friday, we might be doing Fatal Friday. We'll be doing more Suicide Squad. Just trying to finish this main story, guys. And Saturday, I'll be doing some Marvel Snap, ideally, in the afternoon. And then, of course, Friday night as well, we'll also have the Indie Night RPG stream. And yeah, just keep an eye on my schedule because I might move stuff around if you guys are on the Discord or I got to port it into Twitch.
You guys are lucky. You're getting a lot of Amanda this week.
Yeah, there'll be a lot. There'll be a lot. I'm tired already. The week has just started, but I am excited for all these streams. We're going to have a lot of fun. And, you know, I have a couple days off. Tuesday, Wednesday, I won't be streaming. So make sure you come back on Thursday if you miss me. Cool. Well, that's it. That's everything.
That's everything. Thank you so much all for joining us. It was really fun. What a great stream. And I'm going to have to go back and read through the chat because there was a whole conversation about pizza toppings, which I could not focus on, but
yeah,
it seemed exciting.
There was some good chat happening tonight. And thank you to everyone that joined us and chatted and just stuck around for the stream. Y'all are awesome. It wouldn't be the same without you wonderful folks. Really, I mean that. And I hope that you all have a fantastic evening.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Stay nerdy. See you next time.